everybody, we're gonna play a winter holiday fiasco game. Um, Finally, get the Nerdcrafty crew together to play a game.
Let's
So we're
go!
gonna be playing Fiasco tonight. I am CaptainZach.
I'm Weston!
I'm the artist formerly known as Ryan.
And not to not be Captain Zach, I'll be Dr. Zach today.
You could have been Admiral Zach to one up him.
Actually, you can find me on social media as Dr. Zachary, Dr. Zachary, if you want.
No way! That's really cool.
Yep, I was named after Dr. Zachary Smith, the terrible villain from Lost in Space. Did all kinds of drugs when she was. So that's what I was named for.
So we're going to be playing Fiasco tonight on our Nerdcrafty page here. You can find my artist page on nerdcrafty.com/artist/CaptainZach if you'd like a game or art commissioned.
Oh, you can find me at Lava Submersible on the internet and places. I do art also and act and I music sometimes. Do like that. But for money, you see. I'm Weston.
Yeah, you can find me usually holed up in my living room when I'm not at my day job, playing lately Dragon Quest XI. It's not streaming anywhere. I'm just playing it.
So we're playing Fiasco, and I've got we put together a little winter fiasco playset for this session. It's not available online. You'll have to make your own.
Yeah.
So we already did our setup for our characters for tonight. I will be playing Puffer Pete, who's fresh out of jail and has concocted a heist to steal from the church on holiday bingo night. During our setup, we established that I have a relationship with Ryan's character, Mervyn Lubber. We cannot stand each other. We cannot stand each other, but we are soulmates or heterosexual life partners. And we've established my relationship with Larby Lubber, played by Weston, and him and I are both burglars. Weston, why don't you tell us a little bit about Larby?
Yeah, so like Larby, he's the coolest guy, dude. Like he's long in the pants, bro, and he's got a skateboard, the thing is Larby's a lot better than his brother Darby, who's kind of a tool. Just got divorced like a clown, bro. Like a clown. My grandpa died before I could really get to know him, but he was like whatever community guy. Like everybody was like, oh, Melvin, whatever his name is. He died, okay? I have feelings about that. They're valid. So, like, I met Puffer Pete, like, a while back, bro, and he was like, and I was like, what's up, bro? And he was like, crimes, bro? You do crimes? And I was like, I smoke weed, bro. Mad crimes all day. And he was like, you're my protege now. We're going to rob the whole bank world of banks. We're going to rob all the banks in the world and also churches because I'm an atheist on the internet. Deal with it, Mom and Dad. I don't talk to you anymore.
I also smoked weed when I was alive because they legalized it in this state 10 years ago. I used it for my glaucoma.
You're dead to me and also everyone.
All right, so I'll be playing Darby Lubber Dort, who, unlike Larby, actually did something with his life by leaving this crap hole town of Pine Ridge. He became a lawyer and a surgeon, and was happily married to a wife that he completely ignored. They got divorced, and he's come back to this provincial place where his family is from. And we haven't even mentioned Larby and Darby's parents. Are they around? I don't know.
They were assholes.
We can find that. We can figure that out later.
Yeah, I love that. We'll find out as we play.
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit of a hole our
Yeah.
background.
Big question mark.
Who are my children?
Yeah,
I'm the Palpatine and you're the Rey of this situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, apologies for referencing that Star Wars movie. Anyway,
Yes, never again.
I'm Mervyn Lubber. I'm dead. I ran the Pine Ridge Holiday Toy Store, and I love to give little toys to the children and employ Puffer Pete and pay him a non-living wage. But I knew he loved me for who I was, and I always dreamed of a life of crime, and I could see it in him too. And so one day, I got in the Santa suit I get in every Christmas, and I went down the chimney of the store, and I got stuck in there and I died in an attempt to rob my own store to live out my dreams. So now I'm tragically dead. Have I been stuck in the chimney this whole time, or has just the Santa suit? Did they ever find my body? Did I mysteriously disappear? We didn't really establish that. Who knows?
Yeah, and we have set up that a unopened Christmas letter will be incorporated at some point. Perhaps it's in the church somewhere.
It's from Jesus himself.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's as much setup as we got. If you want to see the setup, it is available to Patreon members.
Apologies to Patreon members.
Yeah, there's that one joke. You have to watch it to find out. It's great.
It might come up. Ooh.
appropriately every time.
All right, let's do this. So, do we want this to be Ryan's scene or I'm sorry, do we want this to be Mervyn's scene or Darby's scene?
I think this will be Darby's scene. He's the one rooting through the remains of the store and discovering things and finding possibly a years old corpse in a Santa suit.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm understanding the game right here. So the person who has the spotlight for the scene, which in this case would be me as Darby, I would get to either like set up the scene or decide how it resolves. Is that?
That's right. So your character is in the spotlight. You can choose to establish or resolve the scene. If you're establishing, you create the scene. If you are resolving, ask your friends to create a scene for your character. You begin the scene, and at some point during the scene, we will click on this positive or negative outcome card, or maybe once the scene is done playing out, we'll decide whether it was a positive or negative outcome. If you establish, your friends will give you a positive or negative outcome. If you chose to resolve, you pick the outcome.
Okay, sounds good.
If it is Act 1, yeah, that's it.
Well, cool. I think I will establish the scene here for Darby.
Okay.
I think it is. Is it the night before Christmas? Does that sound right?
And all through the burned down toy store.
Yeah. I think it's the night before Christmas, and while the rest of the town is celebrating and being cheerful, Darby has just recently gotten divorced. He's come home to Pine Ridge. He feels like he has a job to do here of get the family's finances in order. I think maybe he's like an accountant as well as a lawyer and a surgeon. Just an overachiever. but the scene is he is
he's also the president.
Also the president. No, he was given the key to Mervin's holiday toy store, which has been sitting there boarded up for ages. And he is just cleaning inside and sweeping up dust, kind of walking through the aisles, marveling at all these retro toys, trying to think how much could he get for these on eBay. And he moves the what do you call that thing in front of the fireplace that stops the fire from getting out? The little screen thing.
Your child. No. Sorry.
Whatever the thing is called, the little screen.
Sure.
He moves that, and to his surprise, a Santa suit falls in front of him, and it reeks of gin, and it also is full of bones. And he jumps back in shock, and as he is trying to catch his breath and compose himself, the suit rises on its own and takes the form of his long dead grandfather.
Darby, you, is it really you?
Darby smacks his face a few times and looks around. This is some kind of prank, right?
No prank. You've disturbed my corpse, for which there's usually a very stark penalty, but given that it's you, how are you doing, Darby? You miss your old granddad? Don't ask why I'm up there.
Did you get stuck in the chimney, Grandpa?
Stuck is has so many negative connotations. What do the kids say nowadays? I yeeted myself down the chimney in order to collect some merch for my Choombas. No, that's not right. Yes.
You got stuck.
Yeah, your old granddad hit the holiday nog a bit too hard, and for some reason mixed it with gin, which is a very non-standard combination. But I happen to like it. Grandson, I just always wanted to be a criminal, someone who stalked the streets at night and just lived a life on the edge. But I was a pillar of the community, and all the children loved me, and I couldn't help myself, and I had to rob a place, but I couldn't bring myself to rob somewhere where other people own things, so I came to my store, and well, you see the result. I should not have tried to stuff myself into a 18-inch wide chimney spout.
Yeah, I'm not a criminal, but I do know the law, and I think you probably could have achieved the same purpose just by coming in the front door and robbing your own store.
No! Grandson, listen to me, okay? I know you want this. You want to be a criminal too. I see it within you. You know the law. Now get on the wrong side of it. It's the only way. Achieve a vague goal of sending me back to the spirit world where I belong. I can finally be at peace as long as somebody robs something. Oh, Puffer Pete.
So you're saying that if I do crimes, you'll be able to rest?
Yes. I saw it on a website somewhere and it inspired me. Someone said, "Be gay, do crimes," and I was already pretty merry. I'm in the Santa suit. I just wanted to do crimes, and I didn't get to do that. So if you could do it on my behalf, I'd be ever so grateful. I would show you where my will is, and you could inherit all of this, even though I suspect you already do own this, don't you?
In fact, I do. That's my job here is to
so
get all this in order.
A crime then?
No, unfortunately, I'm not committing a crime right now. That would be a little too easy. But
Would. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's just one more thing I have to do for this family, right? I might as well get to it. So what do you have in mind?
I have the perfect heist planned, grandson. What we shall do is we shall steal the Declaration of Independence from the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C.
Did you have a more of a plan B? Like, let's ease you into the crime, or I guess ease me into crimes? Because I've never really done the whole, high security theft of a national treasure before.
You do look rather like Nicolas Cage.
It's true, I do.
But very well. Something smaller scale. What day? Is it Christmas Eve?
It is, I think.
And Pine Ridge Community Church is doing its annual holiday bingo night. And what I've always wanted is 017. I know that's impossible, but the church has one. Get it for me.
So the bingo ball 017, and that's what'll set you free?
It's not supposed to exist. It's filled with gold.
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound, I guess. Let's get to criming, Grandpa.
Scene.
Is that scene?
I think it is.
Yeah, that's scene. I think, like, I love the idea that Mervin, like, kind of looks like a zombie.
Yeah, it's a skeleton. He's like a desiccated flesh hanging off the skull.
Yeah.
So the scene ends with Darby kind of like pulling out maybe some makeup to try and pull him off as a Santa Claus since his flesh is mostly decayed. Putting his fingers back in place.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys think about how you're going to steal 017.
Yeah. Finding like some marionette eyes and like popping him in the sockets of the skull. It's normal.
Some sunglasses. Maybe we don't need the marionette eyes. Get some cool shades.
Some toy dentures. Those joke.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they go
little wind up ones. Oh great.
Weston, if it's all right with you, I dealt a negative outcome card to Darby because this is a terrible plan and this is really not good for his life at all.
He has 3 careers and he's going to jeopardize all of them right now.
Yeah.
Us as observers decide whether this is positive or a negative outcome.
Yeah, whoever's watching the scene.
So I can only look from Larby's perspective. And from Larby's perspective, this motherfucking Darby over here is coming in and trying to take away my grandpa, trying to do the same stuff that I do every day, dude. I think if Larby walked into that toy store, say, with Puffer Pete in a few minutes, we wouldn't have the same conversation. Like, maybe Larby and Pete walk in, like, Larby's like, oh man, Darby was here earlier, and he's always after the money, so I bet, like, there's some valuables here that no one knows about. We could probably get him right out under his nose if we're fast enough.
Okay. Or how about it's more personal. You heard that Darby is in town and he hasn't even seen you yet. So
Dude,
you go to
text me, bro.
So you show up at the toy store because you have a feeling he's going to be there. So we can do your scene next.
What if? Okay, so sorry, we're still deciding positive or negative. I would say I would give him a positive, just from in my personal perspective.
Okay.
How do we?
You want Ryan, break our tie. Is this positive or negative for Darby? the scene's outcome.
Well, I think the insane ghost of his grandfather convincing him to do something very unwise is a negative outcome.
Okay.
From a purely pragmatic perspective, nothing good can come of this.
That's what I'm thinking too. It's a great story setup.
I see. I have a negative card now in my hand. Cool. All right.
Yes, and so that's going to keep track of how many scenes you've been spotlighted on. So you will get one more scene where you're in the spotlight. And then once the tilt and aftermath come into play, you'll be using those cards. So for now, you're just holding on to it. But yeah, I do think that it'd be good for either Larby or Puffer Pete to have a scene next. And it does make sense for Larby to show up at the toy store, or maybe just Puffer Pete and Larby are having a scene where we're talking about the heist we're going to pull off. One of those two.
So what if Larby, as I was saying earlier, Larby tells Puffer Pete about this potential score. Darby showing up at the toy store means there's something there. And but instead of me like hearing after the fact, like my parents, or our parents tell me that Darby's in town and he's going over to Grandpa's old toy store. And I think I can get there before him with Puffer Pete, and I tell Puffer Pete, probably something valuable there. What if we get there and Darby is talking to, he's like holding a Santa Claus costume in his arms, and he's like talking to it. Me and Puffer Pete just sitting there watching.
Okay, so the scene is spotlighting on Darby. You're with Puffer Pete.
Larby,
we're at a.
Right.
Is it Darby?
I'm Darby.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm Darby.
Sorry, Larby. Great. I don't know what I made the names sound the same. Okay, so Larby. We got two Zachs and a Larby and a Darby. This will be great.
Easy, yeah.
So Larby and I are at a coffee shop talking about our heist, and you get a text that your brother's in town. What do you think?
Yo, Pete.
Wait. Do you want to establish or resolve? Larby.
I'll establish.
Okay. So we cut from the toy store to a coffee shop a few blocks down. What's our established look like?
Hey, yo, Pete. My guy. I got a scoop for you, bro. You remember me telling you about like that guy who's like, he's my brother,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like, he's like rich, right? But he's getting a divorce like a clown, bro. Right?
Okay.
So like, what if we like took his credit cards?
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
I see why we work together so well. That's ingenious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was it, bro. That was
Wow. It's a simple plan. I love it.
Yeah, I was like, he's rich and credit cards, that's like money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think that is really going to wow Roberta. So, I'm fresh out of jail here. I haven't seen her in years, and she's not talking to me anymore. So I need something that's really, really gonna wow her. And I don't think stealing your brother's credit cards is gonna do it. So, counter plan. The holiday bingo night is going on at the church tonight. And there's going to be a lot of money floating around. And that pot gets pretty big. I say we steal that money. That's going to wow her. Stealing from a church, that's a lot of gall. It's going to be a lot of money. A lot of people are really well-to-do around here, and everybody donates to the church, and I think that'd be better.
And check it out, dude. They got like all that gold stuff, right? Like they got gold on their like hats and like gold on their Jesus, and like they got gold like all over, right? Like we could take that too.
Mm-hmm. And their credit cards. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and like Roberta, she's always like, yeah, fuck the church, and I'm like, me too, girl, me too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like she'll be like, oh my god, you guys, you got like this church money, that's like cool.
Yeah.
And you'll be right back like in with her, right?
I mean, that's the plan. Are you gonna get that? Your phone's like going off.
Oh, it's like my parents. They want me to go to the church with them to not. Bro, I'm gonna be at the church already.
Well, that works out.
Whoa, dude, it's like meant to be, bro. Like, it was destined by, like, not the gods, because I don't, like, believe in that. But, like, it's, like, preordained, right? I learned that on, like, it's cool. That's a big word. I know it. So, yeah, I'll meet you there, bro. And, like, I'll have an in, because, like, I'm just there. I'm just here at the church, doing church stuff with my old parents I don't talk to. They wouldn't bail me out last time. But whatever. I'm still gonna go to the church on Christmas because I know they got me presents. You know I love me some prezzies.
So, Weston, do you get a text telling you that your brother's in town?
Yeah, I was like telling you he was already in town, bro. That's what he's like going to the church, the fucking Grandpa Mervin, I don't know, Melvin? I don't remember. He's like dead, so I don't care, bro. He's at his toy store, bro. You worked there, I think. Like, you think you were telling me? I don't know. I was hot. But yeah, you were telling me you worked for my Grandpa Mervin like forever ago, and that's where my brother's there right now, and my brother's there. It's like probably money there, but I think I told you about this. Am I going in circles, bro?
Yeah. Do you want to go there right now?
I'm high, bro.
Let's do you want to say hi to him? It's the holidays.
I'm gonna fart in his face, bro, and tell him, what's up, divorced guy? How do you like being single now that you weren't after a while?
Classic Larby. I like it. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm chill though. Let's go.
And okay.
Strong start.
I see this as potentially for Larby. I think this is negative because I think maybe Puffer can start to pick up that Larby is trying to impress Roberta.
Yeah, he's
really
girl,
interested in Roberta here. So I think like it's planting a seed of conflict there. I think it's a negative trajectory for Larby. That's my first guess.
I'm inclined to agree. He may have tipped his hand a little bit far. I think Pete may be reconsidering. Oh, hey, I know we were a duo before I went to jail, but now I'm kind of reconsidering. Like, this seems like a terrible idea.
He's gotten perma-fried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna agree negative.
Okay.
Ash, any debate?
Oh no, not at all. And
I got you the bait right here, nerd.
God, I promise I'm yes anding. I was just trying to contrast your character, so
Yeah.
I'm just going a little bit straight man to begin with.
I love it.
Okay, good. So we need to do the next scene, and either I'm going to be in the spotlight or Grandpa Mervin is going to be in the spotlight. I think the next logical thing is that we arrive at the toy store.
Yeah. In either case, whether it's Mervin or Pete in the spotlight, I think this is the arrival at the toy store.
Yeah, I would say it makes sense for Larby or Pete to be talking to Mervin right now. So here's my thought. Larby goes in the toy store to talk to like see what's available, see what's in there. Assuming, like Larby would, that there's something valuable in there that he could maybe steal. But while Larby's inside, Pete is keeping watch outside. Maybe doesn't want to go in because he worked there and just like painful memories.
Yeah.
So he ends up talking to either Darby or Mervin.
Okay, so I got it. Larby, you go into the toy store, and Darby, you see us approaching, and you're like, crap, the ghost of Santa Claus. Mervin, we gotta hide you or something. So you get him out of the way, and the
stuff
scene
him back in the chimney.
Yeah, stuff him back in the chimney. And so I'm like walking outside. So we have two scenes that happen simultaneously. One is Larby and Darby inside the shop talking to each other. And the other is me like walking around the building, and I discover Grandpa Mervin.
Let's start Mervin and Pete.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this will be a spotlight for actually either of us.
Okay. Let's see. I feel like this is going to be Mervin trying to rekindle what he thinks is a relationship with Pete. While looking like a hobo.
Oh.
In an alley behind the toy store, reeking of gin.
Okay.
With terrible zombie flesh, poorly covered up,
and Kenny Powers mirrored shades, so you don't see the eyes.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, amazing! Yes, please.
I love it.
Let's see. So, I don't think I can comfortably say I want to resolve, because I feel like we already set the scene, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like we are collaboratively establishing a little,
Okay.
But I think like you can decide from this point, do you want to further set up the scene, or do you want to
you know what? Given the option, I'm going to say resolve it, and we're going to see where that goes.
Okay. So it's up to us to establish the scene for Mervin. I think it makes sense for Puffer Pete to be like maybe walking in the alley behind the old toy store, and I'm like on my phone looking at Roberta's like contact list, some pictures and texts that we've done back and forth, and I'm smoking a cigar and finishing my coffee and kind of mumbling to myself.
I have a little wrinkle. It could be interesting. I think it's a Christmas movie, so it has to be like a lovable pet, right? So maybe like Puffer Pete like has a dog that he was like, it was like one of those train a dog while you're in prison kind of thing, and you got to keep him when he got out. And your dog like dashes down this alley that you're in, and comes back with like this huge bone in his mouth. It looks like a human femur. and he's like, Dad, I found you this bone.
Okay. And my dog's name is
Cody.
Gary. I think it's Gary.
Gary?
Just Gary. It's a terrible human name for a dog.
I hate when dogs have human names. I love it.
Either Gary or Kevin, your choice.
Okay, Gary. And is this a little dog? Is this a lab?
What do you think?
It's a Great Dane.
Great Dane. Jesus. It is a caper and a mystery. So maybe what's a criminal dog? I don't know. Is there a criminal dog? A basset hound.
Definitely Cocker Spaniel. Those pieces of shit.
I like the idea of it's a basset hound like Scruff McGruff.
Mm-hmm.
The crime dog.
Yeah.
This elderly basset. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he's melting.
Okay, so the scene starts with me then, but then we'll transition over. Yeah. Any other establishment, Weston? Or I think that's enough.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Okay. Gary, what the hell? Hey, get back here!
Hey, get back here, you little... Give me back my bone!
Oh, sir, I'm so sorry. He's a hound dog. He has a mind of his own. I'm so sorry, sir.
I'm sure. How are you doing, Pete? It's been so long.
You must have me confused with someone else. We'll be on our way. Merry Christmas.
Wait. Are you going to commit any crimes?
No. I mean, aside from my dog taking your bone.
Yeah, could I have that back real quick?
And I hand you this big leg femur that you
No. He shoves it down his Santa pants. like you don't see the reattachment happen. He does it, but like. Let me just get in there real quick. And then you hear like a
little wind chimes for the Christmas magic.
Yeah. Oh. And I get up and I do a little jig. The power of Christmas magic. So crime. Anyway, no extortion. No. I thought when you left this store, I thought you didn't have any prospects and you were kind of pathetic and would didn't have anyone to rely on now that your sugar daddy was gone and.
I'm. Sorry.
And so you'd have to turn to crime, and so I figured you'd be the logical one to help old Mervyn commit a heist.
Mervyn?
Yes, look into my mirrored shades, and you will see the truth.
I take off the sunglasses to see the empty sockets. Put them back.
And the jaw falls off. Christmas magic. The beard. Anyway.
Fucking larvae. I must have gotten a contact high. I'm sorry, sir. I imagined you're my old employer, Mervyn, who actually used
But
to
I am Mervyn.
How? What?
Through the power of Christmas magic.
But you died years ago. You went missing.
Oh, well, that's a long story. I'm an expert criminal. If you need someone to help you crime, I was going to go with Darby, but he doesn't feel like his heart's in it. Although I feel like I did sign what is basically a Christmas magic demon contract. We're not exactly at a crossroads, but I feel obligated to go with Darby. So, I don't even know why I tried to... Could you mentor Darby while I watch you?
Look,
You nodded. That's a yes. By the power of Christmas magic, you are now obligated. There's no sparkles. Oh, it didn't take. You didn't hear that last part about it not taking, right? You know this is a magically binding Christmas contract from a ghost.
Look, I do have a heist plan. The biggest one ever. It's for Roberta. I spent some time in jail. She's not talking to me anymore.
You don't need that whore.
And
I can't even talk about this. You don't even know what 017 is, do you?
What? I mean, that was my...
The impossible bingo ball.
That was my... What?
What are you heisting?
Look, the money at the church. But I feel like having a ghost would give me a real edge.
Yes, I'm ghosts are notoriously good planners. Or is it because I'm incorporeal?
I was going for that one.
Because I don't think I am actually. I am incorporeal. You want my help? Yes, I can definitely go through walls, as demonstrated by your dog fighting. I mean, I can go through walls. You need me.
This
just
could
like
work.
you did in the old days.
Mm,
Good.
kinda
Your
did better
paycheck shall be
without you.
meager here too. Good.
There's some magic Christmas pixie dust. It's a plan. It's a deal.
Oh, I can't shake hands. I'm incorporeal. I can't prove otherwise. I definitely am incorporeal. Okay, I'll meet you at the church. Poof! Turn around.
And I turn around
And I
walk
scamper away.
Your bones clicking.
Yeah.
You leave one behind.
Yeah.
Finger bone.
And Gary finds it, of course.
Yeah. Gary picks it up and him and I both leave. And I walk back to the front of the store. Scene?
I think so.
Oh my god. Okay, I lost track of all the game stuff. I don't know if that was an establish or a resolve.
I think Ryan wanted to resolve. Right?
I can resolve, yes. I left establishment to you.
Okay.
So I will now resolve. And you know what? I think that kind of went Mervin's way. I think he fooled Pete perfectly and has him wrapped around his little finger. He didn't even mind that I called his string as his fallen off finger.
I agree.
Criminal mastermind. I will accept counter arguments, but I'm inclined to go with positive.
It's your
I'm
choice
fine with
here. So
I'm aware, but...
Also, I love the idea that everyone living will get a negative outcome at the end, and the ghost will get a positive.
he'll be up in heaven, just chilling, having successfully done crimes.
Yeah. You know it's a positive outcome for Mervin when it's a negative outcome for Pete.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we'll see Pete's scene here shortly. I'm going to draw a positive card because it makes me feel good. Oh, wait.
I kind of want to... This isn't me trying to get out of anything, but I just feel like the story naturally progresses to what was happening inside with Lardy and...
Good, yeah.
So we
Yeah,
could
that's
do one of their
easy.
scenes and then maybe
And then
come
you-
back.
And then Pete needs 2 scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like we each get 2 turns as the spotlight character, right? In the first
Yeah.
act, that's how it works. And so far, the 3 of us have had 1, except for
I mean,
no, just 2
Pete
of us.
just went through what could be considered a life-changing psychotic episode.
But it was more about Mervin in that scene, I think.
Sure,
Okay.
but I feel like that had a lot of effect on Pete. I'm not saying he was the spotlight character. I'm just feeling like there's an aftermath that he hasn't dealt with.
Yeah.
Okay.
That he might need the support of Larby, even though Larby kind of sucks.
Yeah.
No, Larby's
just a suggestion.
We could
I'm not supposed to have favorite grandchildren, but it was definitely Darby.
or we could flash back to Larby and Darby, and I have a scene. Either or.
Yeah.
You mentioned flashing back. I had a strong need to see a scene flashing back to the crime that got Puffer Pete put in jail.
Oh, okay.
With table that maybe for now, but keep it in mind.
Oh, and that could reveal some crazy thing like every heist movie. It's like, oh, how did that happen? And then they go back, and it's like, oh, the seeds were planted at some point earlier. Heist.
Okay, so let's do Larby and Darby inside, and then a flashback with me.
Okay.
Yeah. So spotlight on Larby. So I guess Weston chooses whether to set up the scene or to decide how it goes. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to get the rules in my head as we play.
No, you got it.
Okay.
I'll resolve.
Okay, so it's up to us to establish. I think it's as simple as Larby walking into the toy store and seeing Darby having just finished hastily pushing his grandpa out the back door.
Mm-hmm. Like throwing out a bag of trash. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe literally in a trash bag.
Yeah. And then a bone falls out of the bag. So, yeah. So, Larby, you get out your keys for the old toy store. You break in.
Yeah, there's like a.
This is.
I actually like the idea of Larby breaking in unnecessarily, like climbing through the window even though the door is open.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Thank you.
The door is literally open, but I like go and push a window up and climb in through the window.
Yes.
Yeah. I see.
Or do you even test to see if the window is openable, or do you just smash it with a crowbar?
Oh, I think Larby's the type of motherfucker just hits it with a crowbar.
Okay. So Larby. Okay, go ahead.
I had one more thing to add. I think Larby has to enter just in a terribly uncoordinated way. Just smashing through the window, falling over some shelves, and also as he causes this huge clatter, this envelope falls onto the floor.
Oh shit!
From the shelves.
I got it.
It's there on the floor.
So Larby stares at this. He's like staring directly at the front of the building. He sees the open door. He sees the window. He goes back to the door. He goes back to the window. He looks down at his hand. And he's got a crowbar. He looks at the door one more time, and he throws the crowbar through the window. The crowbar hits the window, shatters, spins through the room, knocks over a pot on a high shelf, and in that pot falls out a letter right at your feet. As Larby climbs through the broken window, cuts himself on his stomach, and like falls through the other side, kind of just rolling. I'm fine. I'm good. Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's you, Larby.
I didn't expect to see you here.
The pleasure is all mine, Larby.
Yo, bro, I'm so sorry about your divorce, bro. That sucks. I'm here for you, bro.
Are you now? Okay, well, I'm glad to hear it.
Always been me and Larby and Darby, bro. You're my bro. You got it? I got you.
I am.
Your divorce had nothing to do with your inability to make a hard penis anymore. Now that you're old, you know?
He just stares at you and narrows his eyes.
My old nemesis.
Is
there something that you want, Larby?
Oh, dude,
do you need more money? Is that what you're here for?
I came to here to let you know that, like, if you need me to run things at the toy store, I know it's, like, technically your responsibility and stuff, bro, but I'm, like, more than happy to, like, take responsibility off your hands, because I'm just here for you, bro. Like, you know, I know when you get divorced, like, sometimes you're just depressed, like, you know, you just, like, sad, like, you hate... like, you just hate being, like, here alive and stuff, bro. And so, like, I don't want that for you, bro. So that's why I'm here to, like, give you a hug and, like, grab you in, like, a big hug, you know?
You're getting blood on my suit, Larby, please.
You know, it's good, bro. We share blood. We're, like, the same blood, right? Same blood, same blood. We're the blood brothers. We're brother blood.
Well, since you're...
Bro. Oh, I'm here for you, bro. Do you understand? Like, I know you're sad, bro, because I'm sad for you, bro. Like, if you could just, like, let me have the toy store. It'd be real cool. Like, you don't have to even think about it anymore, bro. It's just like, for my goodness of my heart, bro.
I'll tell you what, Larby. There is something that I could use from you. Maybe for the first time in your entire life. I don't
have any need, bro.
That's not what I need, Larby. You know that. I would never touch that devil's lettuce. I actually do need someone to watch this store tonight. In fact, I need to go to the church to. I want to check in with Pastor Troy and all the other bingo players there, just to make my appearance known, and that I'll be back in town. And I really need someone to be here. I'm hoping that you could cover for me.
No can do, bro. I like told mom and dad.
That's what I thought. Well, it's good to see you, Larby. You're always so dependable.
Bro is like a big dog, you know, and he could like keep the dog in the store, and that way the dog would keep everything like safe, bro.
You're saying that I should put a dog in charge of a store?
Like Larby. Not like you just put some kibble, a little pea pad, you're good, bro.
Yeah, I see that you're doing well here in town, Larby, and I'm unsurprised.
Yeah, I'm never gonna leave, bro. I love it here. It's like you were born here. I'm gonna die here. I like do crime here. It rhymes. It's good. I like it.
You're doing crimes, you say? What kind of crimes have you been up to?
Like smoke weed every day, bro.
Oh, that kind of crime.
You know, and like you know, I'm trying, you know, like adultery, that's a crime. Yeah, Jesus said, I don't believe in that anymore. I'm doing it. You know, also, I don't know if it's like, you know, cool to talk about it, because like, you know, I don't want to implicate you or, you know, make you like responsible for, you know, my actions, but like, you know, I got some big things lined up, you know.
Well, if you want me to act as your attorney in the matter, like we could have a lawyer-client privilege. You could tell me all the details.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Luckily, haven't caught me on a rap that's actually comes with any charges yet. So like, it's good. Like, but if the day comes, you know, like you'll be the first big dog I call big dog. Oh,
boy.
And what are big brothers for but to cover up the messes of the younger sibling?
You got that right, Larby.
Hey, Darby, that's why I'm here for you, like emotionally, because I'm very sensitive. I don't know if you remember, but Mom always said, Barbie, you're so sensitive. And I was like, shut up, bitch. You know, I don't know if you remember that, but like, you know, that was like a big part of my childhood. It's why I'm like, you know, cool like I am. I've been through real trauma, you know?
I suppose you have. Well, what passes for trauma here? So I think we need to decide, or you need to decide, is this going to be something that goes well for Larby here, or is it something that's going to go badly for Larby?
Yeah, like Darby, here's the thing, bro. You're divorced. I love you because we're brothers, and we've got a dog who's gonna watch the store tonight, bro. Okay. So that means that you're like, me and you, we're free to hang and like real rap, like about our feelings and like, that way you're always like gonna be right next to me, unless like mom needs me to run to the grocery store or dad needs me to brush his hair for a minute.
Okay, so I think that Larby gets what he wanted. He gets a positive outcome. The dog is going to watch the store.
Yeah.
And the two of you are going to go to the church.
Yeah, we're going to spend some brother time together at the church. Sure.
Yeah, so Larby just keeps doing Larby things as you guys are talking and leave the toy store.
Larby's like trying to like push him out as we continue to talk.
And Larby getting to do Larby things is an extreme win for him. Like,
so
he doesn't recognize it as such. He's just like, this is just life, bro.
So as Larby and Darby are leaving, you guys greet me and tell me the plan. The dog heads into the store and immediately like picks up the envelope and starts like ripping at it as we fade out to the next scene. So now the envelope and the dog are in the toy store.
And we don't know what's in the envelope yet. If it's even a letter, it could be a dog treat.
Marriage proposal to Puffer Pete.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
God help me. So I believe we deal a positive outcome to Larby.
All right.
Although technically that's supposed to be Weston's choice here.
That's true. Larby, did you want the positive or negative outcome?
Oh, I get to choose?
You're the resolver.
You chose to resolve, yeah.
I mean, internally, Larby noticed that there was just a bunch of broken garbage in the toy store, and didn't think anything was worth stealing. But then he saw Darby, and he made him feel bad a little bit. At least Larby thinks he did. So I would say, yeah, probably positive for Larby. He made his brother feel bad and didn't, have to work at all.
Hell yeah.
Just a thought.
So we need a flashback, right?
Well, are you going to establish your scene? It sounds like, or do you want to resolve?
I'm just saying we need to do my flashback next.
Okay.
And so maybe I'm daydreaming as the four of us are walking somewhere or already arrived somewhere. I'm going to let you guys establish. And in the scene, I'm going to be opposite Larby. And this is a flashback to our crime where he secretly betrayed me.
Wait, I thought we were doing a flashback to Pete and Mervin. Or Pete and Mervin's crime of his demise.
What? No, I was tracking the Larby Pete.
Okay. No. All right. I perfect. Let's do this.
So I choose to resolve. You guys can establish.
So we set up the scene.
Yeah. So all right. What crime do you think they were attempting? What were they trying to rob? Were they trying to burgle a nice house, all of the sticky bandits? Or were they...
I actually see the scene like maybe the scene is in Washington, D.C. and they're in the Lincoln Memorial.
Were they trying to
actually steal the Declaration of Independence? Wherever that's kept. I'm not sure where it's kept. Bill of Rights.
Okay, so something a little just ambition. Okay. So
And they definitely bit off more than they can chew. That's what the.
So Pete, you did a federal crime. How long you been in, my dude?
10 years, 20 years.
Shit. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. So this can be real big. No, this. Oh. So they put you up for 10 years.
Wait.
Attempting. What was that?
I got one.
Okay.
So in Pine Ridge, I'm assuming, which is the community we live in,
Sure.
there's like, a big federal museum, right? It's like the Smithsonian Midwest Smithsonian.
They're trying to steal a replica Declaration of Independence.
Like
from the exhibit.
From the gift shop.
From the gift shop.
The plan was to steal like a big diamond that was on display, right? And we were going to hide in suits of armor in the museum. We were gonna like get inside the suits of armor.
Wait for closing, like already be inside.
Exactly.
Okay.
So here, me and Pete are in suits of armor, and we're waiting for the close of this museum.
Okay.
Little does Pete know that Larby has left a section of his suit of armor off to clearly be spottable, so that the cops will know. Because I've already colluded with.
You've already narked on him. Okay.
Yeah, so when you get arrested, you're gonna be like, "Oh, fucking pigs! Oh, how could this happen?" Good job, good cover, Larby. All right, I guess we've got it figured out. I guess you're standing there in armor, waiting for the museum to close, and Larby has his whole ass hanging out. It's up to Larby whether or not he went commando, but I think we all know the answer.
Yeah, Larby is naked, and the whole crotch piece is missing. He was telling Pete as they were getting in, man, I think it's best to get in the suit naked, right? Like, that's how they would have done it in the old times, right?
That's exactly how they did it.
Larby, somehow that does make sense. Like, I just feel this is nice. Okay.
Yeah, so no, I can see, like, through the little visor slit, I can see you're good, bro. You got this. Got it. You got it good.
Okay. All right, Larby, I trust you with my life. We are the perfect burglar team. This plan is foolproof. What do we do next?
We gotta, like, just chill, bro. Like, I gotta just gotta meditate, bro. Like, you came up with this really sick plan, and I just added the suit of armor part because we needed the cover, right? So I can't really take credit for your credit. I just, this is just my instinct. Is maybe we chill and learn about ourselves inside these suits, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
My instinct tells me if you're going to commit a crime, a burglary, act fast. Get in, get out. But I like your take on this. So we're just going to stand here and wait. All right?
Yeah. It's good that no one comes to this museum because, bro, I can't not talk to you. You're just you're such an inspiration to me that we're just connected, bro, I think almost you were connected to Roberta, and shouts out to the MVP of the operation, she had that inside scoop, bro.
Larby, I feel the exact same way about you. I think we're a perfect duo. Nothing could ever get between us. And I trust you with my life.
Yeah. I would trust you if you told me a thing that I was supposed to not talk about. I would I would never like talk about it to other people because that would be like, like when your mom tells you to clean your room and you're like, I don't want to and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was just thinking about how like that's just like me and you, but like instead of you being like clean your room, you're like, let's do crimes, and I'm like, yeah.
I totally get that.
So
there is something I wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
Just in case, living this life of crime, you never know what could happen next. It's a race against time. Eventually, you're either going to get the big score and retire, which is this right here, or you're going to get caught. I could never get caught. This is our big score.
Yeah.
If somehow something were to happen to me, I need to know that you'll be there to take care of Roberta.
Yo, like, wash your feet? Or...
Yeah. They get dirty.
Dude, I know. She doesn't like shoes, and it's like, bro, we can smell those. But, like, it's like, it's natural, so, like, what's the big deal, right? It's like, my own bias, bro, and that's not...
No. Larby, it's a big deal, and I need to know that I can trust you with this.
Yeah, I mean, like, straight up, like, hopefully she'll take care of me, bro, like, because, like, I look up to you, and I will be really upset, if anything were to happen to you, I would be like, yo, I got a gun, kill me, because else I'm gonna do some stuff because I'm feeling feelings.
Yeah. I know you feel feelings.
Yeah, it's like, I just have, like, my mom always said, Barbie, you're, like, sensitive, and I was always like, shut up, bitch, because what is that your business for? Like, give me a Pepsi.
Yeah, shut up, bitch. That's what you should tell her.
But, like, and that's when, like, it's like anything, and it, like, won't, everything's gonna go so good tonight, and, like, we're gonna get, like, that diamond of, ancient tombs, and that's, it's, like, got mystical powers and shit, dog. So, like, we're gonna go to the moon. We're gonna live there, and that's why they can't go to jail with us, because we'll be on the moon, and if we got caught, I would be like, yo, I'm bow, 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 and, like, take all the cops out, because I care about you, man, and I would never, like, steal your girl, or tell the cops our plans, or do any of that shit that would be like, what? That's fucked up, bro.
You make so much sense. So what happens next? I feel like we're just kind of standing here in armor. It's kind of uncomfortable. I'm ready for the next step.
Yeah, it's the early day. They're closed now. We can get out. See, they turned the lights off. I think it's dark in here. I can't tell.
All right, I trust you.
All right, like, but maybe we should stay here for another, like, little bit, in case they're doing rounds.
Good thinking. Okay.
A little old lady comes by dusting the armor, dusts Larby's dick, keeps going.
I sneezed.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
That's the alarm.
That's the alarm. He sneezed. The lady is the alarm.
You got a dick.
Yeah. Now she just figured she's like, oh, there's all kinds of dicks in the museum. I do statuary. And that's when
It's the alarm.
Oh no! Who would have thought that this would happen?
We hear the woo in the distance as the cops begin to approach.
Shit!
Yo, I'm like kind
Yeah,
of stuck. Can you get me out?
You hear the sound of dozens of helicopters collecting outside.
Jets fly overhead.
Yeah. You hear the sound of a predator drone.
Okay. It's a good thing you anticipated for this. We've still got 5 minutes till the security guards show up. We don't have to worry about any police or helicopters, just like in your plan. Back door, man.
You lead the way, boss.
So I start to follow you, and you're like turning so that I can't see your crotch revealed. And I'm like, okay, follow me. And I run to the back door, open it, and there's the old lady with a police badge and a gun pulled on us.
And you see the 82nd Airborne Division jumping out of planes onto the museum. Like the whole division, all like several thousand of them.
Oh my God, what are the odds that they would be here?
Whoa! We got caught. Why, God?
And I look at you, Larby, and I say, I got this. It was all me! It was all me! This is my best friend, and he wasn't even an accomplice. He just likes wearing the suits of armor. I was after the diamonds.
You tried to touch my pee-pee.
And as I'm walking away, being cuffed up, the old lady is dusting Larby still. And I think to myself, at least Roberta's safe. Larby, my best friend, is going to take care of her. It'll all be okay. Scene.
So, yeah. Do you think that went positive or negative for him there, Zach?
I'll take a negative outcome here.
And this is like 20 years ago, too. So it's probably like teenage Larby and like middle-aged Puffer Pete.
It's like, you always did.
I love the idea that in those days, I did not see him for what he is. I'm just like, this is my bro. He's a great burglar. I love that he made all the plans and I was just the fall guy, apparently.
And yet somehow you were still the mentor.
Yeah. Okay. I'm woken up into present day by Larby saying the exact same thing. Dude, my mom said I was sensitive, and I said, fuck you, bitch. And I'm brought back from my flashback to present. And the three of us? Yeah. Is it the three of us or the four of us?
4 of us. But I think we established I can't see Mervin, but maybe everyone else can.
I mean, I've talked to the other 2.
I mean, I don't know if you had the chance to see Mervin yet, right? Because
yeah, I don't
he was thrown out into the alley when you were inside.
Okay, but here's the thing. I never cared for Larby.
Poor Job. Never cared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can just maybe Larby just doesn't understand that it's Mervin. It's the hobo friend.
Santa?
Yo, Pete, you got another dog?
And I think this is are we doing another Pete spotlight, or we doing Darby, or we doing Mervin?
Whose scene is next here?
I think it might be.
What?
I think it might be Darby's.
Yeah, that works.
Because we haven't hit him since the first scene. We need to know what's going on in that head of yours, man.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna say I want you all to establish the scene because I have no real idea here.
Okay, I think we're arriving at the church, right? as a group, and you know, like, yeah, we haven't really sussed out the plan. We know the bingo's going on. We're after this letter, and we're kind of finalizing all our thoughts about the plan before we bust into enact our elaborate Ocean's 11-esque heist. And I really feel like we should establish the details of that heist. Just kind of ad-libbed. We're going to plan it as well as our characters would do.
Okay, we have opposing heists, though. And neither of us at this point have even kind of tipped the hat that we're having separate heists. So we have no idea that the other heist is going on. The only person I feel like perceptive enough, as they've portrayed themselves so far, who might have caught something would be Pete. But it would have been something off camera that we haven't done yet. But I imagine, yeah, if there was anyone to have some knowledge of what's actually going on, it might be Pete.
Okay.
Well,
Darby,
Pete's heard both objectives. He knows about 017.
This is Darby's scene, though. So
I think Pete and Darby haven't interacted yet, so we're talking about the heist because we're both the ones with criminal plans. So we're talking about our plans.
Wait, but Pete, you don't know about Darby's plans, and Darby doesn't know about your plans.
That's what we're gonna flesh out in the scene.
So we have to establish how you get into a position where you're going to reveal your plans to each other. Because up until this point, we had opposing heists.
Well, Mervin's just going to be like, "Hey, Darby, I got you a mentor, a crime mentor. Help you do crimes. See, what you gonna do? Yeah, that sort of thing, right? So I can grease the skids there, right?
Yes.
And Larby, you're the comic relief.
Wait, so Larby, okay, so let's say you guys are headed to the church, but Larby had to stop back by your parents' house where he definitely still lives, and get change of clothes.
Yeah, something more weed.
And also to send an unsolicited dick pic to Roberta.
Yeah.
So is it like we're all in Darby's like snotty SUV, like just waiting outside outside the house?
Range Rover.
Yeah, we're driving
in the Range Rover.
Yeah, we're waiting outside the house.
Just all the three of us just sitting in the car, and Pete is riding shotgun probably. Talking from the back seat.
Mervin, you're in the back seat.
Or you tell me that you're establishing the scene.
Okay. No, I really like that. So Darby is in the driver's seat. I'm in the passenger seat. Mervin, you're in the back with
I'm getting soot all over his leather, and the dog is like
constantly chewing on your arm and bones.
And the envelope too.
What?
Well, the dog is guarding the store.
That's true. The dog was guarding the store. It's like the only thing we've actually established. Just like everything that's happening.
Sorry.
Yeah. So
continuity, man. It's important. Okay.
And in this scene, Darby, our motivations are just to suss out our plans.
Okay. Well, Larby's going to take at least 2 hours.
What?
You all don't mind the wait.
2 hours?
He gets distracted.
Bingo will almost have started by then. My plan was to go and maybe tie up the bingo announcer and impersonate him and call out all the numbers until 017 comes out, and then we run. It's the perfect plan.
Darby, what's so special about 017?
All I know is that it's filled with gold.
It's filled with gold!
And Grandpa here, he gestures to the back, needs it so
His
he can
hand falls
finally,
off. Oh, shit.
so he can finally, move on and not be a decaying corpse in the back of my beautiful car.
I left some ectoplasm on your seat. I hope that's okay.
Oh yeah. So
Well, I had in mind something special for Roberta, just the cash, just stealing it from the church. And I haven't been in the game in a long time, but I could give you some tips.
Roberta, isn't that my brother's girlfriend you're talking about?
What? No, she's my girlfriend. She's my ex-wife. I mean, she's my wife.
Huh.
Duh.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, that's weird.
Hey, maybe we put a pin on the gossip there, fellas.
Oh, sorry, Grandpa. I'm not a criminal mastermind like you two. I don't know how this works.
I
So,
don't know about impersonating Pastor Troy. That's going to be tough to pull off.
Are you kidding? I'm a master of disguise. Look at me.
I thought maybe you could just sneak in, like phase through the wall.
Oh, that's true. I can definitely phase through the wall.
And grab the bingo ball, and then we're done.
No, that's too simple. I don't like it.
Darby.
We need your input. You were always the smartest boy. I was never supposed to have favorites. And it certainly wasn't your mother.
yeah. As I always told Mom, shut up, bitch.
That's my boy. That's why you were actually the favorite. I'm so glad you happened to come upon my desiccated, mummified corpse.
Grandpa, me too. I'm glad for this. This
A
time to get
real
together.
Christmas miracle.
But as far as stealing that single bingo ball, which is our goal, right? We're all agreed on that, right?
Obviously, it's full of gold.
You look
Okay.
skeptical there. Can I call you Puffer, or do you prefer Pete?
Puffer Pete, please.
Puffer Pete. Did Larby have some other ideas? I can tell you this: if Larby has a plan, and Grandpa Skeleton has a plan, you should probably go with Grandpa's.
I'm
wise.
inclined to agree.
Pete, you have no idea how much it warms the cockles of my long dead heart to hear you say that.
So maybe the three of us, while Larby's in there telling his mom to shut up, we could just make our way over to the church. And that way we only have to split the cut 3 ways. What do you think?
Listen, Larby is more my brother than he is your brother. And I would never betray him. I'm insulted that you would even think and propose such an idea. That's betrayal. That's stabbing him in the back.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna be
Larby's
a part of
great. Pete, go somewhere? I mean, plans.
I know he's meh, but he's our meh. And I'm not willing to give that up. You can't put a price on that. So Larby stays. We're gonna wait. And in fact, maybe we'll have a better plan when he's here. He's never led me astray.
Hmm. So I want to decide that things go very poorly for Darby here.
Okay.
And I'm not exactly sure what form that takes. I mean, I feel like he's driven a wedge in the team already.
It's true. We're about to go through Captain America: Civil War right now.
Yeah.
What if Darby, you like maybe step out to get some fresh air?
Yeah, I got it.
Because Mervin's like stinking up your car, and I turn to Mervin and I go, I don't trust this Darby kid.
You don't.
When we get that bingo ball, much as I hate you, Mervin, and I've always sort of hated you, I feel like this is our chance to really solidify our friendship. This is why you're really back with some weird Christmas miracle bullshit. You and I get the bingo ball.
Whatever you said,
we
it's a
leave Darby
Christmas
in the dark.
miracle. I'm gonna drink more gin.
And I think since it is Darby's spotlight, like we kind of camera swings over from you two conspiring against him in the car, and we see that he's like, standing kind of in the alley between his familial home and the next one, kind of like in the shadows, and he's on his phone. He says, he has this whispering low tone. He says, "Hey, is this grandma police officer?" And that's how we end the scene. Him talking to the police officer grandma.
She was the old lady in the museum? Oh, the plot thickens.
She's got to be like 200 by now.
Okay. And yeah, and scene. And maybe she's married to Pastor Troy.
Who knows? But I think there's multiple double crosses happening here. So it's bad for everyone, and it's definitely bad for Darby.
Okay, I like it. And then while you're in the alley, by the way, we hear from inside the house, "Fuck you, Mom!"
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, shut up, bitch. Sorry.
I don't cool my hair like that anymore, Mom. Stop doing it that way.
This is my own private domicile.
All right. I see you gave me a negative
I'm
card.
doing the middle part now.
Yes.
I'm doing the middle part.
Okay, so it's left to Mervin and Pete.
Okay. Let's see. I feel like Act 2 is going to all be at the church. Don't want to jump the gun here.
Yeah.
But let's see. Where do we go from here? I mean, Larby's going to get back in the car, presumably, maybe.
Wait, so it's me and Mervin that still have a spotlight?
No,
I think all three of you.
Huh?
Didn't Larby have only the first scene so far?
Yes,
Larby.
It's Mervin and Pete.
Yeah, Larby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Larby's got 2, Darby's got 2.
Okay.
And Sam hasn't gotten a single scene.
She gets all the scenes.
So really, it's just one of you has to decide if you want the rest of us to establish or not. So.
Okay.
Like, don't feel pressure to come up with a scene now. It's like we all decide that for you if you want.
That's true. That's true. I'm okay. I'm going to go ahead and steal a scene from Mervin, but I'm going to resolve it. So you guys go ahead and establish what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, because I don't know what Mervin's going to do until he sneaks into that church, or attempts to, with his definitely incorporealness going on.
Do we want this scene to be further in the car between the two, or do we want to have like a flashback scene of Mervin in the store with Puffer Pete, like a young fella working?
If we do another flashback, it's gonna be on with Mervin on the spotlight and Pete as a side character, because Zach, I don't want all your scenes to be flashbacks. That'd be tragic and terrible.
I don't mind.
Too bad.
Another flashback?
Hey,
So
yeah,
we have to.
I'm resolving.
We can establish the church, because we haven't been there yet, and there is like a whole, I imagine, like a big community event before the bingo game, and I would imagine, I mean, that's why Larby is meeting. I guess that's Larby was going to church to be there with his parents, who he felt obligated. Well, he was pretending to be obligated to going with them as cover for the heist. Darby, I imagine you were trying to get to the church similarly, but with initially more pure intentions, but now it's like similar. Yeah, Mervin, can you even go into the church? Would you be stopped by the
burst into flames
God as an undead creature? You get radiant damage?
Weston, I'm getting some echo from you. Is anyone else getting echo?
No, Weston, talk at me.
Talking.
Okay. I think you sound great, Weston.
Okay, it's probably just my headphone. What if we?
The church potluck could be the next scene. The
Okay.
evening meal before the bingo game.
I do like the idea of continuing the story, less flashbacks.
Yeah, sounds good.
And how about we establish Mervin is at the church and he walks through the front door and turns into a skeleton or something, or just disappears.
Yeah.
So it adds a wrinkle to the heist.
Mervin walks into the church and he, as he crosses the threshold, instead of walking instead of entering the threshold of the church, he instead is transported to like some kind of desert nether realm with sandworms.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll work.
I'm into the Beetlejuice action
I'll
going
find a
on.
sandworm. No,
We have to remember it's going to be spotlight on Mervin. For this
right.
scene.
No.
So
I'm sorry. I'm being ridiculous. So yeah, let's say no issues. Mervin walks into the church,
Okay.
and this scene is with your son, our father. Let's say Narby, mine and Darby's father, Narby.
What about he walks to the church and then you just can't go inside?
Oh shit!
Instead of
That's an
bursting
interesting
into flame,
wrinkle.
you're just stopped.
and who else is in the scene with Mervin?
All three of us.
And we're trying to figure out why Mervin can't get in.
Yep. And then we need to come up with a new plan.
Can we stick with the angle that you're cutting Larby out? Like you guys are pretending that you're not working together, so that Larby is kept in the dark. Oh wait, no, you stood up for me in the car. That's right.
They're trying to cut Darby out. Darby is just trying to get everyone taken to jail.
Everybody knows Darby's a fucking narc anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, off camera, Larby would not have been stoked with this news. His brother's a dork. He can't see what's under that pile of clothes, and he doesn't believe it exists because God isn't real. And yeah, he's kind of pouting, like more than usual.
Okay. So we arrive at the church. There's a potluck going on. The three of us are taking Mervin with us to try and get into the church.
Yeah, like maybe we all have our plates of food and we're just trying to walk into the church and then Mervin can't get in. And that's
okay. And then
that's our start.
let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay, so it's like evening, like afternoon, The bingo hasn't started yet. There's crowds of rich, old people, and they're all eating hors d'oeuvres and sharing food. I hand a plate over to Mervin. He takes a drink of gin, and it starts seeping out of the holes in his body. Yeah, a la Scrooged.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, the event's outdoor.
Yeah, it's outside the church.
Got it.
Like nativity scene set up.
Yeah.
Giant inflatable snowman.
White flag.
Yes.
All
Thank
that stuff.
You. There's kids running around, and I turn to you, Mervin, and I say, okay, all you got to do is get in the church, grab the bingo ball, get out. We're done.
I like that plan. Yeah, no, that's good. Yes. Pardon me, Santa here, bingo inspector. He walks up to the church door and just starts. God. And the church door is open, and it's just like a solid wall.
Threshold.
As you're walking up, dogs and children are like crowding to you, and you're like having to push them away.
Sorry, Santa's got important business for bingo.
I like that you're like a character in Skyrim just running against you.
Yeah. I was an adventurer like you, but I took an arrow to the knee. Okay. Really. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, I accept you into my heart. You're the one true Lord. No, that's not working. I don't have my heart in it.
Like Pete, I think this guy that you found over here is like this pile of clothes, dude. I think he's kind of like unchill. You know what I mean?
He's fine. He's the whole plan. He's the linchpin of our plan. Everything centers on him sneaking into the church. It'll be fine.
Right. Turn around.
If you think about it, he's like, kind of like being like, he's drawing attention, I think, maybe, bro. Kind of just seems to be doing some kind of like performance art in front of this church door right now. It's kind of awkward, bro.
Children, come gather around Santa. I've been on a diet, that's why I'm skinny now. So parents, don't pay me no mind. I'm just a man in a Santa costume. I mean, I'm definitely Santa. Children, what I need you to do, okay? Who wants to be a good boy this Christmas, or girl, or?
I do.
Oh, you guys are great. Oh, I love you so much. So what Santa needs is a gift for all the elves because they work so hard in my workshop, and so the only thing that will really satisfy an elf is a bingo ball that says 017 on it. Can you get that for me, children? Children?
Can't.
Of course we can, Santa. I'd do anything for you.
Oh, thank you, children.
Santa, why do you smell like my dad?
Because your dad loves you very much, and so do I. Just like the Tanqueray Company. Anyway, children, somebody run along and find me an 017 bingo ball. And whoever gets it first gets a PlayStation 2.
I think we see like all the kids just sprinting in random directions, screaming at this point. And it's causing a big distraction.
And he sidles up to behind Puffer Pete and whispers in his ear, I think the children have
distraction. Now we can make our plans clear.
Scene?
It's scene. Yeah, I'm gonna call that scene. That feels like a good scene for
Yeah, it's short and sweet.
for Mervin. I think he's if one of the children doesn't get it, then he's provided a good distraction of terrifying like just a mob of children trying to ruin things.
Their children just turning over things on the potluck tables, just being little hell beasts trying to find this ping pong ball.
Okay, Mervin, is that a positive or a negative outcome to your?
Oh no, I think everything's going swimmingly. Yeah, I can't get into the church, but improvise, adapt, and overcome, right? So Mervin, you don't know this about Mervin. He was a U.S. Marine Corps vet, okay? So he learned all about fucking trials through adversity because he was in the mid '90s, baby, when things were real tough, and sometimes he had to sit at the motor pool. So adversity, bitch. So he's yeah, I know how to get around this. I know how to steal bingo balls because that's all I did in the Marine Corps.
And he also won the love of many children. That's positive too.
He did, and you know what? I think this brought him and Puffer Pete closer together, and that's just real good. So I definitely positive for our boy.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Crimesmas.
Martin Kimbo.
Okay. I don't think I'm establishing a scene because I'm still not 100% sure where we're going, but I wouldn't mind if it was short and sweet so that we can get to the tilt.
For sure.
Hey,
sorry, what's up?
I was saying, so we're establishing a scene for Puffer Pete. Short and sweet. Did you have an idea, Weston?
I have several. Rapid fire. So Pete talking awkwardly to Larby and Darby's mom. Pete talking awkwardly to the priest at the event. Puffer Pete talking to Larby, who is pouting in the corner and on his cell phone. Or Pete denying Mervin's advances because Mervin's trying to mac it on Pete's shit. Do any of those sound fun?
Well, I feel like the tilt is where we're going to get things are going to start coming to a head, and we've already built up a lot. So it could just be either Pete and Mervin or Pete and Larby, and nothing necessarily needs to happen. What you got?
Pete talking to Roberta.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking Roberta too. She's the surprise attendee at the potluck.
Oh, she's physically there.
Yeah. I think like she shows up.
Okay.
Well, see, I'm thinking with Darby saying something about Roberta being Larby's girlfriend. That might be something that maybe Pete wants to talk to Roberta about.
Or she shows up, but she doesn't necessarily know that both of us are going to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. That's perfect. Okay.
Do I have a volunteer for Roberta?
Oh, I could be Roberta.
Yeah.
Hola. Me llamo Roberta. Me encanta mi esposo. Puffer Pete.
Not doing that.
So the scene is we're establishing is Puffer Pete is sidling up to the sterno tray full of Swedish meatballs.
Like you
and he like reaches over to like grab the spoon, and his hand like touches a woman's hand,
do.
and he looks
It's
up
electric.
and makes eye contact with Roberta, who he did not even know was in town.
Oh, I can't help but noticing that your abuelo is not allowed in church because he is a desiccated corpse.
Roberta, what are you doing here?
Never you mind. I am just here for the bingo. You know how it is.
What?
Listen, a woman must engage with her community, and I wanted to help out with the bingo at the church. You know, I make it the Swedish meatballs, and I'm also announcing the bingo today. Very exciting. You know, I always had dreams of being on the stage.
This is perfect. First of all, I knew I recognized the taste of this meatball. This is your recipe. It's delicious.
And
Second of all, this is perfect. We need you. I need you. I'm sorry that I've been gone so long. It was never part of the plan for things to work out that way. And I know you said you would never talk to me again, but I feel like this is
Hey, whoa,
This is magic.
How you doing? Oh, and what's up, Pete? How y'all doing?
oh,
Hey, Roberta, what do you think about these forkable meats?
hello, gentlemen. Oh goodness. So Pete, mi amor, I see you know Larby. He is well, since you went to jail. Times have been a little tough.
No, Roberta, he's like, you know, like it's all good. Like,
so what?
you know,
what-
and Pete, like, what's
what-
eating the forkable meats?
Listen, Roberta, don't say anything.
Sí, los carnes de los tenedores. I know.
I know. He's been taking good care of you. I know.
Yes,
I
he is.
told
He is
him to.
a top 1% subscriber on my OnlyFans.
That's how he shows his support.
I know.
He's a good friend.
Yeah, just like supported, bro. It's like it's all it is, bro. Like, ain't nothing, you know. I got like so much money. It's like not even a big deal.
Larby. Yes, that is all it is.
Yeah, it's like it, bro. Like yeah, it's taking care of her because I know like that's a big source of revenue for like Roberta right now. Like, you know, you just gotta like show up for your fam, right?
Oh,
But listen, you don't have to anymore, Larby. Listen, Roberta, and I grab your hands. You won't have to do that anymore. We've got a plan. And this is the final heist, and when it's done, we won't have to worry about money anymore.
baby, I can't wait to run away with you. Get away from this life.
The three of
Never
us
see
could
Larby.
run away together.
I'm sorry. The three of us?
Larby's like family.
Yeah, like all it is, bro, is like family.
Oh, Larby.
I think this is perfect. All right, scratch the plan. Mervin can't get us in. The kids aren't going to find that bingo ball. Roberta, you're in. And I start whispering the plan to her, and that's where the scene resolves. We're cutting her in.
Despite my participation in the church, I am still an avowed atheist, and I fully support this plan.
So, would you say that's a positive outcome for Puffer Pete? I can see either way.
You think so?
I mean, to me, it sounds more
it's
positive.
I think that was a positive for Puffer Pete. I mean,
All right.
But it's up to you.
I don't know why in the moment I decided that she's kind of leading Larby on.
Yeah.
But I think it works for Larby. Because who could love a Larby, honestly?
That's my brother you're talking about. Yeah, I was thinking one of the positives there could be that maybe, there's nothing to Larby and Roberta romantically. Maybe
Oh, Larbito, you're so good. Anyway, Pete is here.
I definitely told Darby, Roberta's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
I showed her OnlyFans. Completely out of the blue, not with asking your consent, just showed you a phone with dudes on it.
Yeah, maybe like in the background that scene, Darby's like just staring at Roberta like she looks familiar. I've seen those feet before.
All right. Determine. So now we move to the tilt. So from here on, things get even worse. We will determine which two players will choose tilt elements from the back of the outcome cards you've collected. Use these elements during scenes in Act 2. So I think traditionally the people who decide the tilt are those with the most positive outcomes. So Mervin, you can look at your two outcome cards, and there should be some tilt elements on those.
Okay. Yeah, I got a couple of tilt elements. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
What do you got?
I got do you want me to lay them out?
Sure.
Just read them off. Okay. So the first well, that's rude. There we go. Okay, I can flip it. Ah, that's smart. So we got oh god, it's moving away from me. This is real scary. I don't know how to make it bigger. I don't make it bigger. Oh,
Hey.
okay. Hey. Okay, so two people cross paths and everything changes.
I feel like we just did that.
Yeah,
We did just
already
do
did that.
So we've also got, flip of the card, a sudden reversal of status, fortune, or sympathy.
Let's see more before we make any firm decisions.
Yeah. I don't really like those. Let's see what else we got.
Okay, I'm going to take them back into my hand then. Take. And take them too.
Now, is it like we just kind of pick our favorite and decide as we play how it works in, or do we have to kind of know what it means at this
So
point?
these are going to affect all of the future scenes.
Okay.
How did you flip your card?
I right-clicked and I flip it for you.
Okay, flip card. There we go. Oops. Flipped the wrong one. There we go. Why can't I? There it is.
Okay. Ooh.
Death out of the blue.
Oh shit.
You thought it was taken care of, but it wasn't.
Oh, no.
That sets up Roberta not working out. Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Or having her own agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Or she just fucking dies.
Combine the two.
I don't know. I feel like that kind of spoils the betrayal.
That's
She
fair.
just died.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, I'm gonna collect these. Let's see what other tilts we got.
cool. Zach, you want to go next?
We're still deciding on our tilt for the next round of scenes, right?
For Act 2.
Okay. If you want to see what mine are, I could do that. I have innocence, collateral damage. Those poor kids. And I have I have mayhem, misdirected passion. That sounds promising too.
That sounds really good. Yeah.
Do we like any of these?
I like the mayhem one.
The misdirected passion.
Mm-hmm. We could queue up my putting the pieces together on Larby and Roberta.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can just choose misdirected passion and figure out how it, how it comes to be during the collection of scenes, right?
Well, what tilts do you have, Weston?
I was afraid of you asking me. I don't know how to show you.
So you have 2 cards over your moniker. A negative and a positive. So you should be able to click on them.
I find. Okay.
And
I
you
have
can just read them if you want.
guilt, somebody panics. Innocence, the wrong person gets busted. So, amongst these, we have a lot of similar theming. Something is going to go. I mean, and the point of this is something goes very wrong. And I feel like the instinct that we keep coming back to is something happened to Roberta, us putting our faith in Roberta.
Okay.
How dark is everyone wanting to go with this? Because we've had a pretty light game so far, and I want to take it in a real dark direction real fast.
Okay, burn after reading style. What you got?
Well, I was kind of alluding. I don't know if you picked up. Probably did. It was pretty obvious. Larby getting more and more frustrated with the situation, not trusting things to work out, and ultimately wanting to improve his standing with Roberta. The only way that Larby would have kind of seen this working out is if before Roberta went on, Larby pulled her aside, gave her kind of like almost like ultimatum style, like you can't do this for them, or else kind of ultimatum, and she rebuffs him, and Larby starts a plan of effectively of revenge. And while the bingo game is going on and everyone's distracted, Larby pulls off the heist that he had been planning kind of in his head, having nothing to do with this bingo game that's more about stealing money and golden like artifacts from the church. And because everyone is distracted, pulls it off. But I think the flip is Roberta catches him and he shoots her.
Okay, so maybe she doesn't die right away, but she's dying.
Oh shit. It's a dramatic death scene.
It would be like, I imagine Larby is like he's got like his pockets. He's like wearing this big puffy puffer coat, and the pockets of it, he's got like inside pockets he's made himself, and they're just like just jingling as he walks with all of these like little gold like tiaras and shit. I don't know what they keep in churches. He's got a gold Jesus. I don't know. and we have to figure out how to get her out of the bingo game. I guess because she's holding the bingo balls. Maybe this doesn't work. Maybe I'm reaching here.
I think we're also we're kind of like deciding the plot in advance too.
Yeah.
And we just need a wrench thrown into.
Yeah, just story. like picking the favorite of those and figuring out how it makes sense.
Well, we haven't gone back to your phone call to Grandma Police Officer. And what was the mayhem tilt? What was the wording on that?
I had misdirected passion for mine, and then collateral damage for innocence. It might have been someone else's that had a mayhem one that made sense.
Man. Kind of stumped.
I mean, I feel like the spirit of the game is like Ryan basically picks his favorite one, and we figure out how to make it work, right? Like he's he's supposed to make he has the ultimate say here of which tilt we go with, and then
that's true.
Oh, is it because he's got the positive results?
Yeah, I mean, in as much as it is a game with points and crap, Trying to steal a card from my hand, Ryan?
That was purely accidental.
Okay, I'm still back.
I was just clicking on stuff. Go ahead and let it go.
There we go.
Okay. So Roberta gets the bingo ball, and then
and then okay. I think Roberta isn't who you think she is. I think she's been after the bingo ball the whole time. I think for decades. Like she met Pete to put this all into motion.
Okay. We can go with that. Or what if Mervin what if Roberta's coming out with the bingo ball and then Mervin confronts Roberta? Because he doesn't like her already.
That's true. She's a whore.
She stole Puffer Pete from you.
She did.
You confront her. She's leaving the back door of the church. You're waiting. And you attempt to grab the bingo ball. Things go sideways. And now you've either started a fire and the church is burning down, or you shoot her, she's dying. Something like that. Like you confront her for the bingo ball and it gets out of hand.
Okay.
It sounds like we're establishing a scene now for Mervin, basically. That's what it feels like. So I think we can just roll with it.
Okay. Do we gotta play some cards though beforehand?
It's just coming up with the tilt, and I think that's what the tilt is, and we need things to go seriously sideways.
Oh yeah.
The tilt is just like someone you thought. It's the one that was like you thought you had it in hand, but you didn't. Is basically what's happening, and we're deciding the form of that now. So
okay, yeah.
Start with that scene and see where it goes.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. So this is a Mervin scene.
I feel like it is.
Okay. Yeah. Who's gonna be the Roberta?
Oh, that's true. Someone else has to be Roberta now.
Unless you just want me to talk it myself.
I can do. I feel like Nick, you already did a lot of the setup for the scene, so you're taking on a lot of the burden of the game. So I can play Roberta to kind of share that load.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless you wanted to.
No, you go for it.
Okay. Okay, so Mervin's in the door of the church. Just good children, good. Everything's going according to plan. Nothing can possibly go wrong.
And no, so Mervin, you're at the back door of the church, waiting for Roberta.
Okay. Nothing can possibly go wrong. All I have to do is wait for the whore and then everything will go swimmingly.
The back door opens, and Roberta sneaks out holding this golden 017 bingo ball. Mervin, what are you doing here?
Hi. How did you know it was me? I came for the ball. I mean, for an unrelated reason, but if you give me the ball, everything's great.
I'm not giving this to you. This is for Pete.
Oh, good point. What's that over there? He throws a Molotov cocktail into the church.
It hits her upside the head. She knocks unconscious and then immediately starts a fire on the back door. Her hand falls to the ground and the 017 rolls up to your feet.
Oh, cheese it! He grabs the 017 and books it as fast as his bony little legs will carry him. He goes, guys, I found this.
Huge flames.
I had nothing to do with that. This is a well-planned heist. I mean, Pete, run away with me. Roberta's fine.
Roberta's in there, and Pete starts running into the church.
Shit. And Mervin attempts to follow, and then does a fucking splat against the invisible barrier. Wait, Pete, come back. She ran to Walgreens for mascara.
And Pete doesn't hear you as he runs headlong straight into the burning building.
Oh,
Scene.
That's the scene, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think it should be Larby or Darby, and it's your reaction to what just happened. Oh, sorry. We need an outcome for Mervin.
That's Mervin's choice this time, right?
Oh,
I set it up for him. Yeah.
I think that's a negative for Mervin because he got the ball, but did he really win Pete's heart? Yeah. Well, actually, counterpoint: if Pete dies, maybe he gets to be a ghost too. And I got the ball.
Yeah, I think it's a positive outcome for you because you wanted the bingo ball and you got the bingo ball. And what happens with Pete is still undetermined.
All right, I drew another positive card. Everything's coming up, Mervin, baby.
Yeah. I also have a secret objective of giving you all positive outcomes. No.
Well, okay, so far with Zach Hay, you have failed. But
the church is on fire. Larby and Darby. What are you guys gonna do? Who wants the spotlight?
I think Larby should go next because I think Larby's more part of what's happening in the church now. I think Darby's kind of on the periphery, up to something else at the moment.
Okay,
that's my thought.
Yeah, I okay. I'm down. I guess Larby is. I think that Larby's going forward with his own dumbass plan of stealing shit, and his puffer jacket is still weighted down with all kinds of weird, like, jangling knickknacks. And he was headed out that back door at the same time as Roberta. And when all of the commotion started happening, he sees that there's all the attention going that direction, doesn't really. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
We have to run into each other, but so I think Barbie is trying to get out the path of least resistance.
Okay. I got an established scene for you then, if you want to resolve.
Okay.
Okay, Larby, you're weighted down with all of this gold, your ulterior plan of pulling off your own heist. You're jingling as you run to the back door. You get to the back door, and it's on fire. Your exit of your master plan has been thwarted. You can't leave through the back door, so you go to leave out the front door. You turn around, and you run into me. Larby, what's going on? Why are you weighted down? Where's Roberta?
Oh, what's up, bro? I don't know, man. Like, she's doing the bingo thing, and I was like, I don't like bingo. Old people suck. So
What are
like,
you doing?
you know, nothing, bro. I was enjoying the church. I like religion now. I'm born again.
Okay, well, your born again life is going to end soon. This place is on fire. You need to get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Get
Let's
the
go.
gold. It's going to slow you down.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Dude, I can clearly see it's falling out of your pockets.
Bro, shut up. You're blowing my cover.
There's no one here. Where?
Right,
I grab you by the shoulders and shake you. Where is Roberta?
I think I saw her go towards the back. I don't know, bro. I think it's like, I don't know. Maybe she like tried to dust her entrance, exit, so like no one knew where she went to. Maybe she tried to like make off with it, bro. You ever think of
You're
that?
supposed to protect her.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, bro. I really let you down. Hey, let's get out of here because, I don't want to melt.
You're coming with me. We need to find her. I grab you by the arm and I try to pull you. You get to resolve this scene. Are you coming with me or are you going to resist?
You go to pull Larby's arm, and Larby hits you in the head with a candlestick.
Betrayal.
Uh-oh.
So I want to say I'm knocked unconscious in the burning building. And now Larby, what do you do next?
I leave, bro.
Dude. Okay.
I'm scared, bro.
Is that a positive outcome or a negative outcome for you?
Well, time remains to be seen, bro.
I think it's positive.
Am I deciding?
Yeah, you get to
Yeah.
resolve. I established the scene.
Yeah, I mean, Barbie thought that plan was balls, dude. And like, y'all are just crimping my style at this point. I'm the real mastermind, and you guys are just like jealous. And plus, like, Roberta, like, was totally faking not being into me, even though I DM her all the time, bro. And she's like, "Oh, my boobies," and I'm like, "God, I know we're in love." But then she was like, way more into Pete, like in front of me, and that really hurt my feelings, bro. And I am sensitive. So like, what I did is I like, wanted to have money so I could like keep paying for the OnlyFans without asking mine and Darby's parents for money. So like, I wanted to get away with the gold, and you were like totally on my dick about it. So like, fuck you. I was burned.
All right, so you get a positive outcome. Love that you're in character for the gameplay. I'm just imagining like being in a writing room opposite you, and I'm like, okay, but seriously, what do you want for the coffee break? Like, do you want some coffee or no, bro? Fuck coffee. All right, so I don't think the next scene is mine because I'm knocked unconscious. So the next scene goes to Darby. And you're
Hmm.
outside the church?
Oh, I mean, I think it's a choice here. Like, do I establish the scene or do you all establish
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Is this the last scene for each of us, or is there another round of scenes?
There's another round, so this
Okay.
is your second to last.
Okay. I think I'm going to establish the scene. I think
Okay.
as the church has burst into flames, we see Darby is standing out kind of on the periphery, keeping to himself out in the potluck. And he's been on the phone the whole time, talking to someone, and we catch the end of his sentence as he says, like, yeah, and you'll need to look for a smelly old guy in a Santa suit and this young idiot and this older guy, and he describes Puffer Pete. And then when the church bursts into flames, he just kind of says, I gotta go. And he starts running towards the church. And he's knocking people aside saying, that's my brother in there. And he like bursts through the church doors. And that'll be the scene's beginning.
Okay. I think he's gonna run into Larby.
Yeah. Larby! What happened in here?
I run full steam right into you with an additional 100 pounds of shit in my pockets.
Imagine we fall over and the stuff splatters everywhere, rolling around.
Yeah, I start picking it up, putting it back in my pockets, looking around, is anybody seeing this? And trying to get away as quick as possible. Yeah, bro, I gotta go. I love you. I tell mom and dad, suck my dick.
Let's get out of here, but before we both die. And he just tries to pull you towards the exit, and I imagine like he knows an actual safe way out. Maybe Larby doesn't. And
yeah, bro, just help me pick up this stuff. It's my stuff. I dropped it. It's mine. Could you help me? I can't leave it.
No, Larby, it's not important. Don't you know the true meaning of Christmas? Come on, leave it behind.
Yeah,
you gotta go.
I like the prezzies. That's the meaning of Christmas.
Larby, just listen to me. We have to go now. I'm sorry for all the times that I was mean to you, and I really just love you. Okay, just we have to go. Just money can be replaced. These things can be replaced. Just all I care about is getting you out of here.
Whoa, bro! Did you really just say you love me, bro?
I did.
Whoa.
No, please let's go before that beam falls on you.
Yeah, I got him. We can go.
Okay, and then the beam falls on him.
Yeah, the beam is falling. I guess I don't get to resolve it. Yeah, so.
Yeah, so I want us. It's up to us collectively, but I think it resolves with the beam falling on Larby, and now Darby is dragging his unconscious body towards the exit.
Oh my god, everybody's unconscious now.
It's hard to see scenes and everybody's unconscious. Yeah.
I don't know if please cut me off if you got something better.
No. It's fine. Perhaps
that, or we let Larby choose to go with his brother and accept him.
That's true. Yeah, it gives the resolution choice to someone else.
I hate you with a
I couldn't hear you.
I hit you with a candlestick.
Oh, no. Okay.
It's like when you were looking at the door in the window and you were holding a crowbar. You looked at Darby. You looked at the money. You looked at Darby as he's confessing, his Christmas love for his brother. You looked at the candlestick in your hand and you just chuck it at him.
Whack. All right.
I'm sorry.
No, that's good. That's good.
So that's a bad outcome.
I think it's a bad outcome. Yep.
For Darby.
Yeah.
Do you want me to draw it to you?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Couldn't quite figure out how that works.
Your third. And then, so that leaves Puffer Pete. Third scene. I'm going to wake up in a burning building. I will. Okay, where did we leave off Roberta and the bingo ball?
The bingo ball is with Mervin. Roberta was knocked unconscious by the Molotov by the back door of the church.
Okay.
So Mervin booked it.
Okay. I'm gonna establish the scene, and you guys are gonna help me resolve it because I don't necessarily know where it's gonna go.
Okay.
We cut to Pete, and I'm waking up. I'm in the burning building, and I see the edifice of Jesus Christ, and I just start praying. Lord, have mercy. I've never asked for anything before. I went through hell and never asked for anything. Please, I don't care about the bingo ball. I don't care about the money. I don't even care about Larby or Mervin or Darby. I just want Roberta. Give me a sign. Where is she?
Roberta, dude. Roberta's got to get up. She gets up and she walks into the church. She grabs you by the arm, by the hand. She is like, "Oh, Ryan."
Yeah.
She's like haloed by firelight.
She says, "It's okay. My deal with Mount Bolgia went through, and now I'm a hellspawn, and I'll save you from this horrible fire."
I see her as like an angel from the fiery light, and then I blink and it's like a devil form with all this hellfire surrounding her as the church is falling.
Okay, baby.
I'll say as she has the big fucking clown 2 fucking hell form.
I look to the.
I'll save you, Pete. I love you.
I look to the statue of Jesus. That wasn't the sign I was looking for. And I grab her hand.
her giant meaty claw.
Yeah.
You see Darby?
It's okay. I say Darby. I love him. I still have some attachment to my old life before I went to hell.
Wait,
By
what?
the way,
You and Larby?
No. Darby was just a tool so I could get the 017.
You do.
The devil himself want the 017. Oh, of course I love you, baby. You come back to hell with me. I have a nice apartment. You can stay there, make mimosas. It'll be good.
Just get us out of here. And I hold you close and follow you.
She throws you over her shoulder and runs out.
Okay, I'm going to get that 017, baby.
What? And that's...
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't get to resolve this one.
I imagine that she grabs you by the waist and you guys break through the ceiling of the church as she flies with wings of flame. I imagine she would also, maybe selfishly, imagine that she sees Darby and picks him up telepathically and drops him gently on the grass before you guys fly off to find...
No, Darby has to live, so
Darby
she
or
kicks
Larby?
out onto the ground. Darby. Darby's unconscious. Right? He got hit with a candlestick, so
yeah.
So he gets
Larby's still conscious. That's right.
Gently kicked into the grass where it'll be safe. Safe for your poor unconscious head. I am anti-hero, I went to hell for a little while,
Okay. Is this scene a positive or negative outcome for me? And
I think it worked out great for Pete.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's positive.
On girlfriend, bro. That's like Doc's girlfriend, but +1. +2.
Okay. Darby is still unconscious, so we could have him come back.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of want things to end with Darby because he started the story too.
Okay.
So we could wait on that. We haven't gone back to Mervin in a while.
Mervin has one scene left.
Yeah.
As does Larby, actually.
We all have one scene left.
Yeah, we all have. Let's see.
It has to be Larby or Mervin here, for sure.
Okay.
I kind of want to see a scene involving Mervin and the dog that has the letter. Make that matter in some way.
Oh, damn. Okay, I was gonna say, okay, let's do that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Larby, somehow, against all odds, walks out the front fucking door, waddling like a penguin, overstuffed with stuff stolen from the church. Avoids all detection, and walks his ass across town to the toy store, where the dog is, and coincidentally, Mervin has made his way after escaping from the fire. The Molotov cocktail he threw at Roberta also decided to take refuge in the toy store, and the scene is between me and Mervin. And I think the dog will be involved.
And Mervin has the bingo ball, and you have all the riches.
Exactly.
So this is Mervin's scene, and I feel like we've pretty much established it for you.
Yeah, no, that's legit. So
okay. So Mervin, you're in the old toy store. You're holding the bingo ball.
The biggest fucking bingo ball you ever seen. Apparently they're all huge. They're all croquet balls.
017, and you're elated. You've finally done it. You've committed a crime.
I've crimed! Oh, frabjous joy! Oh, if I had tear ducts still and they hadn't rotted away a decade ago, I'd be so happy.
The dog is running circles around you, wagging its tail. Or wait, no, it's a giant dog. I forgot. It's the hound. And the door opens, and in comes Larby.
Yeah, Larby is like sweating. His puffer jacket has like stuck to his body and completely shrunk down. But it's like big swinging bottoms at the he's a walking bell right now. And he kind of like clanks and clatters as he rushes into the toy store, slams the door behind him, and he's like, okay, all right, like, safe, bro, we're good, we got this, bro, we got this, we're good. Okay.
Larby?
Pile of clothes guy, what's up? You're here too. All right, what's up?
I was just celebrating a successful heist. How was your heist?
Well, bro, I gotta tell you, I probably have no more, I gotta get out of town is what's probably up, you know? You know.
Oh, good, I have an envelope here with some anytime Greyhound tickets.
Yeah, I
got myself for Christmas before I died, knowing I'd pull off a successful heist, and I got 2, but I don't see Pete.
Yeah, I definitely don't think Pete's coming. I think he's in a fire. You killed everybody, bro. With that Molotov.
No, I think you'll find I'm incorporeal. I can't throw Molotovs.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that anyway. I don't know why I was just assuming things about you, bro. So that's really rude of me. We should get on that Greyhound though, because people will be real mad at me.
Yeah, how would you like it if I assumed you were a stoner, you little brat?
You know, I do crimes, like smoke weed. But you're a pile of clothes that talks. It's pretty cool. I think we don't even have to use both tickets. One of the tickets can be for the dog because that's more of a person than you are. Yeah, it's Pete's dog. It's probably my dog now because I think Pete's in a fire. So
it's the one remaining treasure of Pete's?
I don't remember what they called it, but I was gonna call it Cody, so it's Cody now.
I didn't know its name either, so I'm gonna call it Cody too. But me and Cody are running away together. Congratulations, you're the proprietor of the toy store. It's just what you always dreamed.
Wait, pile of clothes guy, you gotta let me come with you.
No, bye. He's gonna hop on Cody and throw the 017 in the hopes that Cody will chase it out of the store toward the Greyhound station.
And
he picks up the Greyhound tickets on the way out.
Hey, fuck you guys!
And Mervin, you get to resolve the scene, so that happens.
Oh yeah, it's super positive. Well, no, it's negative because he thinks Pete's dead. Oh.
But is he finally free of the undead curse? Like, does he get to move on to? He thought it was to the afterlife, and maybe it's just a Greyhound getting on a train.
I mean, it could be the Greyhound bus to the River Styx.
Yeah, it could be like bus. It says heaven on it.
Yeah.
We can even leave it open for now and determine in the aftermath.
Yeah.
But Mervin gets away. He's taking Cody with him.
I think he's perfectly happy with that. Yes. So
that's a positive?
I think that worked out pretty well for him. He did his heist and he got a dog in the mix. And it's a reminder of his one true love because your grandmother was an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah, that feels good.
So next, I think should either be Larby or me, just because I like the idea of saving Darby for last.
Well, I'm in a toy store alone. You are flying through the air with Roberta.
Really painted ourselves into a corner, didn't we?
Well, I mean, Roberta's after the 017, so the logical place to go would be the toy store.
That is true. Yeah.
Okay.
Good call.
So, you want to resolve or establish there?
I would like to establish. Okay. Larby, you are in the toy store. Mervin just left with the bingo ball and the dog. You have your riches. You're sitting there. When it starts to get very warm and the chimney in the toy store suddenly lights a fire, the whole building starts to shake, and you hear a ho, 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 as Roberta, in like this incorporeal flame form, goes down the chimney, holding me over her like a sack of toys, and apparates in the room. I start stomping towards you. Larby, you double-crossing little stoner rat. Roberta told me everything. You've been taking care of her, and not in the way that I meant to.
He's a very generous lover.
Yeah, I did. You know, we made it. We maybe held hands a couple times, and you know, I got a boner. What do you think about that?
I don't like it. That's not okay.
Well, you told me to take care of her, and you were real vague about instructions, bro.
Okay, you're right. I didn't give you instructions on how to take care of her. But that's not what I meant.
You know, I thought I was gonna hit it like straight up, but she was like, "I love Pete," and "You're a child," and I didn't get it, bro.
I trusted you. Even with the diamonds and the armor. Was that a lie too?
Oh no.
Because Roberta says you double-crossed me then.
Like a little bit, but like what really happened was like I was scared, bro. Like I didn't want to like go to jail is the thing, and like you know we were probably gonna get caught because I'm an idiot, and so like you know I saw that in my future, and I was like you know I don't want that for me, bro. So I like went to the cops. I was like you know it might happen on this day at this time, and my cock might be out of an armor set. But like that was like good detective work, really, on their part. It's not our fault, not my fault at all. So like it's on you.
You know what, Larby? You're just like your mom. And you need to shut up, bitch. And I take I don't know, a fire poker and whack you upside the head with it. And I don't get to resolve the scene. So you guys tell me what happens.
I don't know. I think this is all leading up to a final confrontation in hell. I think you might have just killed Larby.
Dude, Barbie, this ghost comes up out of his clothes. Like, whoa, bro, I'm a ghost now. What's up? I'm gonna haunt you, bitch.
Oh God, no. What have I done?
I'm just like my grandpa.
I think the scene.
Yeah, that's good.
I think it was neutral.
Is that a positive or a negative outcome for me?
Pretty neutral.
Neutral? I don't have a neutral card.
I mean, I feel like it's ultimately positive.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so too.
You resolve the love triangle.
That's true.
You are the only living person in possession of riches at the moment.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I look around. I look around at all the riches you stole.
It's mostly just stuff that's been painted gold.
Does that mean that Larby is the next scene? Yeah.
The ghost. What's up, bitch?
Sounds like it.
I mean, we could potentially throw in Darby if that's more fitting.
No, let's do this.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think we take off right from where we left off. Is that what we do?
You want to establish or resolve?
I can't think of an establishment. I can't really even think of how we're going to resolve this. I imagine we need to get your hellspawn to Mervin. That's ultimately the only tie that hasn't, or the only plot line we haven't hit yet.
Well, we can save it for the aftermath because we want to give Larby a scene.
Okay. So, yeah, we're in the toy store. Puffer Pete has just smacked me over the head with a fire poker, and the little hook part went right into my skull, crushed it, and I died immediately. And I go down like a ton of bricks because I'm weighed down by shit in my pocket. I kind of crumple to the floor with a jangle and a jingle. And I rise up out of my clothes. What's up? You've turned me into ghost, bro. I'm just like my grandpa. What's up, bitch?
Oh God, am I in hell? I look to Roberta.
No, I'm
Not
just kidding, bro. I'm not really gonna haunt you. It's cool. Like, you know, we were bros, but I kind of hit you over the head with a candlestick and left you for dead in a fire. So, you know, fair's fair. And now I'm dead, so like I can't like go to the mall and like buy stuff anymore. But I can totally look at naked babes and they won't see me because I'm like a ghost.
It's what
That's
you've
all-
always wanted.
Yeah, I mean, like it's pretty tight. Really, honestly, I kind of like, you know, I never thought I would be this lucky, but like here I am, bro. All you know, so all's fair in love and war, whatever. Roberta, what's up? You look sweet, dude.
Thank you, baby.
So like you know, your husband, girlfriend, you're like, you know, probably gonna be like oh, you're like not even like tied to any crime yet. Like really I'm the true criminal mastermind if you think about it. Like you're kind of like I'm kind of like your mentor now.
I thought you said you weren't gonna haunt me.
Well, you're like still here, bro, and I'm like still here, so I just thought we were chatting, you know. You know, so y'all probably, you know, don't know this, but like a pile of clothes guy who I'm starting to suspect is my grandfather. He like went that way with like that thing that you guys wanted, but I didn't really. I thought it was a gay plan. I didn't like it.
I look to Roberta. Should we go?
Yeah, your credit card still works, right? When's the expiration date? Oh, it don't matter. I'm going to go to hell anyway. Yeah, let's get out of here, Pete.
Larby, have a good afterlife, bud.
Yeah, let's go.
And I start picking up some of the riches. You won't be needing these. And me and Roberta leave after Mervin. So that resolved positive for Larby?
It feels. I mean, it feels like it.
It sounds like he's
Yeah. He's
but
down
not
with
living the dream per se.
He's unliving the dream. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's doing fun.
Now we can come back to Darby.
My first thought here is to establish a scene.
Okay.
It's like the early morning light around the burned out shell of a church. It's crawling with law enforcement, ambulances everywhere taking care of people with smoke inhalation, little kids that got minor burns. Miraculously, no one died inside the church. And
Stop falling! And Jesus punish me!
and I think the little old lady cop is coming up to Darby, who's like sitting on the stoop of the church, and I think she asks him, who's behind what happened here, and that's our scene. That's our setup.
Okay, well, Ryan and I already played Roberta, so Weston, you have to be the old lady police
Grandma
officer.
detective?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I'm British, kind of. So, what can you tell me about this, young Darby? You are keeping me so well informed. Now I need to know how it resolved.
Well, I think I need to confess something here. My little brother, he had nothing to do with this. It was all my idea. I threw a Molotov cocktail into the church, cause a distraction so that these poor unsuspecting people that I force into it would do crimes and steal not only the impossible bingo ball, but also the money from the bingo. If I understand the plan, honestly, it was a little confusing. But in any case, it was me. I did it.
Darby, I'm so disappointed in you.
And he holds out his arms to be cuffed.
You're a naughty, naughty little boy, Darby, and I'm going to put you in the back of my car. My automobile.
I guess I'll be representing myself in my own trial, won't I? No other lawyer's going to take this case.
Darby, I just have one question. Is this because you're divorced?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But then I understand. I am also divorced. What if? Oh dear. What if you gave Grandma a little sugar?
I think it's going to be up to the other people how this scene resolves here.
We resolve this. So I do like the. Go ahead.
We could just forget about all those naughty little things you told me, except for during our private times.
I'm in your capable hands, fellow members of the team.
Well, I like the idea of Darby getting another negative outcome just because all negative.
I don't see that. I don't see any positive outcome.
No. You confessed to a crime that you didn't do. Said you were going to represent yourself. By the way, kids, always get a lawyer.
And I think that she should cuff him and take him to jail.
All right. Darby, I'm so disappointed in you. Now come and get into my automo car.
And Darby just kind of stands up and looks back at the church, looks across town at the toy store, and slumps his shoulders and gets in the back of the car. And the car pulls away.
All right.
Excellent.
I was thinking of maybe it's some sort of Christmas miracle, but I think that's good too.
I mean, it has to be a not so good ending. That's the Coen brothers way, right?
Sure, exactly. Yeah. Darby's something of a serious man. So
I think in the end, he wanted to do right by his brother, and that's what he did.
That's true. Yeah,
arguably positive, but I think it is negative.
All right. So after the last scene, you may give one of your outcome cards to another player. You don't necessarily. I don't think you have to. It says you may.
Hey, Darby, would you like a sudden reversal of status, fortune, or sympathy?
I mean, does the text on the card apply at this point?
It says the tilt. That's one of my positive outcome cards. I feel bad for poor Darby. I feel like he got fucking manipulated by a ghost that didn't really give a shit about him, and like when he's going through a tough time in his life and trying to put things back together. I kind of want to here. That's all yours, buddy.
Okay, I'll take it.
So by this point, we can probably see each other's general trajectory. but there's still time for tragic and unwholesome surprises. The aftermath should be told in montage, and it should be relatively quick. So we're going to. Does anyone else want to trade any outcome cards?
What do I don't really know. What do I do with them?
So the outcome cards, we're going to come up with a total. So if you have a more positive total, then you have a more positive aftermath. And if you have a more negative total, then you have a more negative aftermath. So a tragic ending or a less tragic ending.
Okay, and is that based on the numbers on the upper right of these things?
I believe so.
Because even after handing off a card to Zach with a K, I'm doing pretty good.
What we do with these totals is you add up all your positives and then subtract from them your negatives to get your aftermath total.
Okay. So -9 for good old Darby.
Nice.
I guess 9 in the red. I'm not sure how that's measured.
Three?
I got a really positive one. I've got like a 6.
I've got 11.
Dang.
Everything's coming up, Mervin, baby.
So some positives for everybody, except for
poor Darby.
Divorced Darby. Takes a lot out of you.
Darby is giving more of an Easter lesson than a Christmas lesson by offering himself for us sinners.
Yeah.
I'm with Ryan. I feel bad for Darby. Is it too late for cards?
Mission successful. You should feel bad.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Okay. I guess we'll go in order here. And the way it's supposed to go is each player gets a little montage for each outcome that you have. So we're all going to have 4 montages, and they all have to align with your aftermath. So, Ryan, what was your total? It was something crazy positive.
It was positive 11.
11. Your aftermath is not too shabby. You've made it out with dignity intact through some fluke. There might even be a little profit or self-respect or something. Time to throw a little party for all your friends. Weston, what was yours? Your total?
It was plus 4.
4. Bitter. You know what it's like to be utterly crushed, casually brought low, forced to eat your own words and stand mute and powerless before your enemies. They gloat, and you are helpless. Darby, what did you have? Something negative?
-9.
Nothing to write home about. Back to where you started. Maybe sore and broke, just like yesterday and tomorrow. You probably learned something, though, like how to do it right next time. Next time. Okay, and mine was a positive 6. Weak. Hey, you're busted, beat, and broke down, but at least you've learned a lesson about human greed and frailty, right? It'll serve you well in prison or hell, which is where you are probably headed.
Hey, you are.
Fitting.
So I'll start an aftermath montage, just because, Zach, I don't think you've done one yet, like aftermath. So I play one of my outcome cards. What it says isn't necessarily important. It's just we each get 4 little montages. And it is, let's see, week. I now have a collar on me with a fiery hell chain, like a leash, and Roberta is holding it, and she's dragging me along and telling me, "Come on, Joe, we have to catch me." As she's like becoming more and more demonic as I'm being pulled towards the train station. So that's one of my montages.
Okay.
Wait, so you don't do all 4 at the same time?
What's that?
You don't do all 4 at the same time?
Not traditionally. Everyone goes around in a circle again.
Okay.
So I feel like Mervin, you could go next since I mentioned you in my aftermath.
All right. I'm not doing too shabby. Got this mysterious orb. I've got my faithful dog, and I've ridden the Greyhound bus to the River Styx. And I walk out of the bus with my new dog, and I look at it, and I can finally be at peace. But also, I'm going to try to sell the orb, the impossible bingo ball, which was my intent the whole time. I need to find a fence up here in the afterlife. So I'm going to live out my life of crime in the afterlife once I can get that big score beyond this giant bingo ball that shouldn't be possible. And
are you selling it at the River Styx or?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to sail first class.
Okay. So Charin is waiting at the end of the train station.
Charin, have you wanted an impossible bingo ball before? Have you ever seen this?
And cut to either Darby or Larby. Some aftermath montage.
I think
I want to know what happens to Darby.
Yeah, I think the first little scene, and his are all pretty negative. I think the first scene is it's like a little montage with some somber music playing as he's being processed into jail. And I do think we see he's handed, his little cup that has a toothbrush and a bar of soap, and his freshly laundered orange prison uniform. He kind of looks down. He notices that the number is 017 on it.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah,
he hangs his head. That's it for now.
Perfect.
Yeah. So Larby, he approaches being a ghost with such enthusiasm. He's so stoked, bro. He's gonna look at all the naked girls by being an incorporeal ghost. But he starts noticing that they just see him. He's just this blue floating glowing ball of gelatin. And it's not like no one can see that. Everyone can see you being a creep. And so they just put their clothes on and go, ew, and try and go away. So he's really bummed about it. He's he's lost his purpose, and he's being a ghost is really not all that it's cracked up to be, bro. It's like a drag, and I just wish I had a body again, because I just have this weird orb like shaped lower half of my body, and like I don't have a dick anymore. It's kind of a bummer because I can't even like,
Hanging out of a suit of armor.
You know what I mean? So like it's a bummer, dude. I'm like pretty bummed about it. Like you just like the montage is just a series of me getting busted looking at checks, and it's like, let me live, dog.
Okay. Cut to me, and I'm in my leash, and I'm begging with Charin at the river Styx. Please, I'll do anything for that ornament. It's the only thing I need. I mean, she needs it, but her needs are my needs, and I'll do anything at all. Look, I've learned a lot about greed, about frailty, and I really just need this. And Charin's looking down with just no face behind a Grim Reaper hood. And cut.
And then, let's see, I think we need Darby, don't we?
I can do another one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I had this idea of a scene where he's being visited by his mom, and like some time has passed in Darby's world. He's a little grayer, a little older, and his mom is talking, and he's just not even listening. It's just the kind of the Charlie Brown wah, 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 wah sound in the background. But his hearing picks up at a nearby table a inmate talking to his lawyer. And his lawyer says something that catches Darby's ear, and he just stands up and runs over to their table and says, no, you don't want to do that. Trust me. Here's what you should tell the judge. And he like whispers something in the lawyer's ear right before the guards tackle him and drag him back off. So he was trying to do his good deed and help another prisoner out with proper legal advice. Because he was a lawyer.
Okay. And a surgeon. So he can...
And an accountant.
Yeah.
Is it back to me? Or Ryan?
I think it's either you or Mervin.
I think Mervin is see. He's gonna be walking around in heaven. Time has passed. He's like, all right, Cody, you ready for this next heist? See that mark over there? And it's Jesus. We're gonna steal his nails. And they just run into his house and steal him, and Jesus is like, hey, get back here! And they're like, fuck you, Jesus! Crime! Now back home for more gin, boy!
Larby?
Yeah.
Were you gonna amend, Mervin?
Oh no, that's it. That's that scene.
So, Larby, I got positive. Larby, oh my god. Okay, so you guys just see Larby, over the course of like a few years, he starts talking to these kids who are like in middle school, and like you first see them and they're kind of like laughing at him. You can kind of see them pantomiming, like they don't really take him seriously. The previous, the next scene, they kind of are. There's more of them listening. Like there's a couple listening. The next one, they're a little bit older, and like 3 of them are listening. And the next one, you kind of hear Larby telling him, and that's how you get away with doing crimes.
Okay. Okay, we open on a retirement home, but it's in hell. And Pete is in his slave chains, and he's rolling this bingo ball twirling machine, and he reaches in, pulls out a ball. 17. And all these hellish fiends. And he spins it again, pulls out a ball, and he goes, 17. Sets it aside and starts spinning it again. Scene.
Okay. I think the next time we see Darby, it's more years have passed, and he's like older, wiser, and he seems kind of happier in this scene. And he's actually teaching in the prison, like sharing his knowledge of accountancy, helping other prisoners learn a skill that'll help them when they get out. I don't think there's anything else to it. I think we just see him really kind of finding purpose again.
Oh yeah.
Maybe one of the inmates turns to you and says, "You're like a brother to me."
Yeah, he wipes away a single tear.
Meanwhile, Mervin sneaking around, crawls into an air vent. Army crawls down it, comes in. He's in a retirement home in hell. And he says, "Hey, Pete, I'm getting you the hell out of here. Come on, baby." And he fucking just grabs Pete and fucking like shoots up a flare. And Jesus flies by in a plane and drops a rope, and they grab the rope. I told you Roberta was a whore.
I'm like being pulled, and I'm like holding on to both, and I'm like, which hell is worse? And I get pulled up into heaven.
Is that me? We're back to me?
Yeah.
So you guys you see the ghost of Larby floating through the Pentagon. And there are like a literal swarm, hundreds of children between the ages of 9 and 15, just like raiding the entire Pentagon, putting computers and all kinds of different equipment in bags, and like being and just disappearing one after the other. And you see just the bodies of soldiers that have been massacred by the children. Martin is like holding a flag. He's like, "George, bitch." that's yeah.
All right. Is that your last one?
I got one more.
You got one more? Okay. Does anyone else have any left?
I have one more too. Yeah.
You have one more?
Yeah. I have a good ending,
So
I think, for Darby.
Okay, so we all have one left then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the last aftermath for Pete. And I'm in an old toy store, and Mervin is barking orders at me, and there's angels shopping for toys, and they're like, "Oh, don't you just love Christmas?" And I'm just like begrudgingly, yes, boss. I never was cut out for crime. And I'm just at the cashier's station on worker autopilot, living out this personal hell in heaven. with my soulmate, even though we cannot stand each other. And that's it for Pete.
So for Darby, I think more time has passed, and he's older. And it's kind of like walking with a limp at this point. And he walks into his parole hearing. And he seems optimistic. His lawyer is there, and he's smiling too. And he sits down, he looks across the assembled parole board, and he sees, these pillars of the community, like the new pastor who he's formed a friendship with. He smiles at Darby. And the next is, a businessman who Darby had helped as an accountant before, and he gives him a wink. And then he looks at the third person on the board, and it's his ex-wife. And he just drops his head and says, "Fuck." And that's the end of his story.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Beautiful.
Mervin is like, "All right, Pete, you've done a mediocre job. Now, before I give you your meager paycheck, there's one thing we have to do. One more crime to accomplish before we can finally be done. Are you excited? I know you are. We're going to steal the election for the new god."
Come here, Cody. I mean, Carrie. Oh. I just start petting the dog, staring off into space.
And yeah, it ends with a bunch of smear flyers about God all over heaven. Gerrymandering of heaven.
You guys, you see Larby is driving a ghost car through the clouds, shooting out his back window at the flashing sirens and revving engines of a ghost cop car, and they're firing ghost bullets at each other, and Larby's like, "You'll never take me dead or alive or dead twice." But as the cars continue traveling along, Larby, he runs straight into a storm front, and his ghost car is shocked by lightning, and it doesn't kill him or anything, but the ghost cops do catch up to him, and they're like, You're under arrest for violating ghost crimes." And Larvy's like, I never wanted to pay for my consequences. I didn't ever want consequences for my actions. This is heartbreaking. I don't want to be here. I never wanted to be a ghost. It was a lie. I told one time. And he goes to ghost jail forever.
Well
which
done.
is in hell, spinning the bingo thing.
I also like to imagine the old lady cop finally did die, and she was the ghost cop chasing Darby at the end.
I'm for it.
That I like that. Full circle.